好。
Okay. Hello everyone. Thank you for watching this discussion, and thanks for the panelists who can join us. Before we start, let me introduce this discussion. So, firstly, let's welcome the four panelists. The first one panelist is Qin Shuhua. He's a food safety expert. And the second one is Liu Dechen. He's a journalist. The next, he comes from Government Agricultural Policy Director. He's Chen Haichuan. And then last one, Liu Yichen. He's a doctor of Group4 Growing Technology. And our title this time is the impact of climate change on food security. But what's the connection between climate and food? Let me give a set of numbers. According to the 2024 Global Food Series report, about 280 million people in 59 countries are and regions will face severe food insecurity in 2023. Without about 71.9 million people in 18 countries and regions face severe food insecurity due to extreme weather. And so next, let's move on. Next part. I'd like to ask all of you, when I say climate and food, what do you think? I mean, what's your over point?
Okay. I think the relationship between climate environment and food security depends on what's the main reason why the climate environment cause the food security.
Right.
And I think the food security of some developing countries is most seriously affected by climate change, especially in African countries.
When it comes to climate and food, all I can think about is whether climate change will affect agricultural production.
I think the quality of climate and environment has a significant impact on food production. We can improve it through some methods.
Okay, thank you of you. You can also do the best. And so, all right, next, let's move on the question and answer part. I'd like to answer some questions based on the angle you just answered, and let's discuss something. So the first questions is for Qin Shuhua.
Yeah.
As a food security expert, I want to ask what is the impact of climate environment on food production?
Okay, the impact of climate on food security is mainly reflects in the following aspects. First is impact on food production. Fluctuations in crop yields, change in temperature and precipitation affects the hydrothermal conditions for plant growth and damages the physiological processes of plant development. Extreme weather events such as droughts, floods, heat waves, and dirty reduce food production. Also, second one is decline in quality. Warmer climate makes fruits sweeter but less flavorful. For example, apples have less acidic components and more sugar but less crunchiness. The taste of the tomatoes is affected by warmer weather, increased pests and diseases, and change in light and temperatures conditions. So that's the main reason I think climate environment impacts the food security. Okay.
Okay, so Qin Shuhua, you are thinking in terms of chemistry of the food, right?
Yeah.
And but I also have another questions. I heard that environmental can impact the food security on processing, transportation, and the storage. So can you tell me something about this?
Yes, of course. Microbial reproduction, high temperature, and humidity are conductive the growth of bacteria, molds, and yeasts. They can destroy the lanterns in food, produce bad odors, and the growth and metabolism of pathogenic in bacteria may also cause foodborne diseases. Self-exit modes and oxygens under high temperature and humidity. The components of food are pro-terminal chains. The enzomes of plants and animals accelerate providing conditions for microbial reproduction. Substances such as unsubstantiated fatty acids in foods are prone to oxidation and degradation. It reacts at high temperature, causing food to become acid. So that's a temporation descriptions. External weather events damage transportation, logistics, and other infrastructure, affecting the osmosis of supply chain and reducing logistics efficiency, make food more prone and to spoilage during transportation. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. So I understand you now. And so next, I have a question to Liu Chen. So as a professional journalist, you must go to a lot of countries. So which country's food security is most seriously affected by climate change?
I think African countries are severely affected by climate change in terms of food security. In many African countries, such as Ethiopia, climate change has led to more frequent drought, and the lack of rainfall due to climate change has made large areas of farmland arid, and the crops cannot grow normally, which has seriously threatened the food security of the local people. Yeah.
All right. So I think this is an easy question to answer to you because you are a professional journalist. So far, I don't have any point one to discussion. So does anyone want to? Does anyone want to discussion with Liu Chen?
Yes.
Okay.
I think based on the question you answered, I have some question for you. So what are the main factors affecting food security in Africa? Can you answer me?
Okay. I think the can impact the protracted conflicts, political instability, climate change, pest outbreaks, and economic cracks, coupled with impact of COVID-19 and the main drivers of significant increase in food insecurity. A large scale and historical distrust caused emotion that began in 2019 will continue to have a significant impact on East Africa and the honor of Africa in 2020. And in sub-Saharan Africa, every flood or just increases food insecurity by 5 to 20 percentage points, and the related deterioration of health and the decline in child enrollment will exhibit long-term income and gender inequality. And also in 2020, the population affected by food insecurity increased by nearly 40% compared with previous year. And I have the point to Josie disease from 2015 to 2019. Mozambique suffered the worst drought in 35 years. Groups and livestock was severely affected, and 1.5 million people fell into food shortages. And this year, the drought caused by India may plunge about 3.3 million people in severe famine in the country by September. Mozambique is also responding the conflict in Campbell in the northern province, which will future and endanger the food supply. And I also have 0.3 high temperature disease. In all subregions of Africa, the 13-year warning trend from 1991 to 2020 is higher than between 1961 and 1990, and the science fainted highly than from 1931 to 1960. Africa is warming faster than the average temperature of the world's land and the oceans. According to the date set used, 2020 is the third to eighth worst year in Africa on record. Okay, that's all.
Okay, thank you too so much, especially Liu Chen, because you had a lot of details. You make us can understand this point very well. Okay, so next, I want to ask this, Chen Haichuan. So you come from government, and I want to ask what effective agricultural strategies can be employed to address the threat of climate change to food security.
Okay, I think there are three aspects. The first aspect is to improve farmland water conservancy facilities. And the third aspect is to strengthen agricultural meteorological monitoring. And the early warning, and the third aspect is to adjust the planting structure and variety selection.
Right, but and also, can you tell me how to stress agrometeorological monitoring and the early warming?
Improve the monitoring network layout and improve the level of monitoring technology and strengthen data management and application.
Right. Okay. But the background metering equipment and the technology will also affect the agricultural meteorological monitoring. So what should we do?
I think agro-meteorological monitoring can be strengthened by updating and upgrading hardware equipment and applying new technologies and systems.
Can you give me some example?
In India, before the monsoon season, through monitoring, logical monitoring, and early warning, farms are informed of participation situation in advance so that farmers can arrange irrigation and planting time reasonably, reduce the adverse impact of drought and fall on green production, and ensure the stability of green production.
Right. And what are the other examples to support you?
Of course, in some other areas of Africa, such as Ethiopia, the construction of small-scale irrigation facilities, such as drip irrigation systems and small reservoirs, has enabled local farmers to provide stable water for crops in the dry season, increased food production, enhancing food security, and reduce the impact of drought caused by climate change on food production. The second is that the Gambian agricultural sector has made great efforts to reduce water use at the root, while promoting crop rotation to improve soil fertility and reduce diseases, which has achieved increased food production.
All right. Thank you so much. Forgive me because I have a lot of questions I want to ask, but you solve it. I appreciate. And thank you so much again. And so next, um, as far as I know, a lot of countries and the places are making a big mistakes because they use old technology to protect their food security. So they can't have enough food to eat. So Dr. Liu Chen, I want to ask you, how can modern technology be used to reduce the impact of climate change on food?
In my opinion, modern technology offers innovative solutions to reduce the impact of climate change on food production. Here are key approaches. One, precision agriculture. In these technologies, we can use to load sensors, drones, GPS systems, and AI to help us more precise grasp of many useful factors for agriculture, such as providing different irrigation amount, lighting, and temperature for different type of crops. The impact is of optimized water usage through smart irrigation systems, more precise grasp of many useful factors for agriculture, monitor soil health and apply fertilizers or only where needed. This can make more effective use of resource to do other things. Reduce waste and improve crop yield by checking plant growth. This not only protects the environment but also allows people to have a better mood when they traveling. Another is climate resident crops.
Um,
CRISPR hybrid crops and traditional breeding enhanced by AI. Scientists can use these technologies to create crops that are more productive and adaptable to extreme environment.
all right, okay, but at the same time, there are less and less place to develop crop. I think it's very it's a bigger problem. So, in your experience, uh, are there any good planning methods I can adopt?
Yes, we can use hydroponics, aeroponics, and LED lighting to help us, like produce food in controlled environment independent of water conditions, reduce land and water use by drop to 90%, grow food closer to urban centers, minimizing transportation emissions.
Okay, thank you so much. And thank you all of you again because you saw my question. I don't have any question now. So finally, let me summarize briefly. Climate can affect food security in many ways, such as temperature or transportation. Extreme weather can also lead to hunger in many places. At the same time, we should also support governments and the technologists to issue policies and research new technologies to protect food. We have concluded our discussion. Okay, I hope it was helpful to you. Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye.
Right.